A meeting between leaders of two of the world's major economic powers. But this isn't a meeting of equals. The governor of California, Gavin Newsom, here alongside China's president, Xi Jinping. It's an opportunity usually reserved for national-level leaders. This is at a time where U.S. China ties are at their worst in decades. Washington recently tightened export controls on chip technology to China, the latest step in a years-long trade war between the two superpowers. Enter Newsom, who leads the state that is home to Silicon Valley, the heart of the global tech industry. Newsom says he hopes to improve ties between not just China and California, but the U.S. as a whole.
There's a more essential relationship. There will not be one more essential than the relationship we formed together, the United States and China, in our lifetimes.
It's a leap into foreign diplomacy for the California governor, who has been touted as a future U.S. president. And Xi, too, says he wants to improve ties between Beijing and Washington.
我们可以在各个方面都努力去推动中美关系的发展，营造中美关系的一个好的氛围。
And while Newsom is only the head of a U.S. state, not in control of the White House, there's still plenty of areas of common interest. The biggest, tackling the climate crisis. California has seen major wildfires in recent years, while China has been hit by extreme rainfall and flooding. These extreme events have been linked to climate change. China and the US are the world's two biggest greenhouse gas emitters, but also major producers of renewable energy. Newsom says he wants his visit to strengthen climate collaboration between the two countries.
We're not going to move the needle on climate change unless the United States and China collaborate together.
The California governor's week-long trip has already seen him sign climate agreements and visit an electric vehicle factory. It's an area where China has shown an interest in working with the US. Both countries are struggling to curb emissions, especially China, which has upped its production of coal this year. With half of Americans now seeing China as the greatest threat to their country, as a rival, not as an ally, no single act of diplomacy can transform US-China ties. But Newsom's meeting with Xi is a sign that when it comes to the climate crisis, the two sides still can find some common ground. Dolphine, Chen and Jensen for TaiwanPlus.